What if I told you the reason that you're single is because of you? Yeah, you. Fight me. Okay, I'm just joking. But seriously though, there could be ways that you're perpetuating the male gaze that are holding you back in ways that you may not realize. It may seem as simple as ABC. Man likes sport. I say I like sport. Boom, married with 4 kids. But it don't work that way, boo. Now you may be thinking, am I doing this? What even is the male gaze? Don't worry, I got you. This is episode 1 of my 4-part Valentine's Day series. Ari Says Love is in the Air. The term male gaze was coined by Laura Mulvey, describing how women are portrayed in media as objects for male pleasure. But the male gaze doesn't just exist within the movies. It's at the club, in social media, in the way we move through the world, the way we move through the grocery store. It's everywhere. Here are some subtle things that we may be doing that we may not realize are playing into the male gaze. Modifying the way we speak or our tone. Speaking in a softer, more feminine tone, or avoiding assertiveness to seem less intimidating or masculine. You can't say, Tyrone, pick up those socks before I you up. You have to say, hello, darling. I know I've asked you for the 100th time not to leave your socks on the floor, but when you get a moment away from your video game, do you think maybe you could please go and get them up for me? Thanks, darling. Yuck. Playing into the cool girl persona. This can be by pretending to enjoy things that seem more masculine, like certain sports or hobbies, or portraying yourself as being low maintenance and demonizing women that I guess are considered more high maintenance.
Oh, you wear makeup? Oh, I just put lip gloss and lashes on. I don't get why women wear all that makeup. Well, I just throw my hair in a bun and I look cute. I don't gotta do all of that.
That's not cute and that's not cool. And it's really not getting you where you think is getting you. No matter how hard you try, you'll never be one of the guys. Sorry. Centering male approval when it comes to decision making. Wondering, would a man find this attractive before making choices, whether it's about your appearance, behavior, lifestyle, etc. For example, you're at the restaurant, you're on a date. You want to order the steak, but you order a side salad and say, I don't really eat that much. Knowing you could down a tomahawk faster than Usain Bolt can tie his shoelaces. I don't know why I assume he could tie his shoelaces fast. I just feel like if he can run fast, then he could tie fast. I don't know, it just makes sense in my mind, but like I was going on a little tangent, but that's besides the point. The point is, get that steak and stop playing. If you're the kind of person that wants to order the steak, then stop pretending and order the steak, because you pretending to be the person that wants the side salad when you really want the steak will only lead to more stress and anxiety down the line, because you're gonna have to keep pretending. There's someone out there for you that won't care or might even like that about you. Whenever you're moving through the dating world or whatever you want to call it, you have to really ask yourself, are you dating to find a connection with someone that you really like, or are you dating to find validation based off of a version of you that doesn't even exist? When your main focus is to be appealing to men, you're not fully showing up for yourself authentically. And how can someone fall for the real you if you're not showing the real you? It doesn't make sense. So yes, when you play into the male gaze, you will continue to end up in failed relationships and back single, because why? Fake you shows up, he meets fake you, he likes fake you, but then fake you starts to slip because fake you can only be around for so long. He starts to see real you, the disconnect starts to happen, and ultimately you don't work out because you guys have differing interests, personalities, etc. When if you would have shown the real you from the beginning, you could have just cut out all these steps. And that's not to say that men don't also show up with a representative, they do, but we're not talking about them right now. The emotional toll on a woman constantly playing into the male gaze is very heavy, and it largely affects our self-esteem. Constantly seeking external validation leads to insecurity and people-pleasing, which we all know people-pleasing may be pleasing to other people, but not the people that really matter, which is ourselves. The male gaze is built in a way to tell you that you're only worthy whenever you're desirable to them. But what happens when that desirability fades? What happens when the trends cycle? For example, Let's say right now, big butts are in. But then in a couple of years, the heroin chic aesthetic is what's in. But then a few years from that, the BBL aesthetic is back. It's cyclical, it's constantly changing. So changing yourself and your interest, your appearance, your whatever to play into whatever men enjoy and men like will always have you looking crazy and feeling crazy on the inside. Once that desirability you have from men fades, do you still feel worthy? Is the question we should be asking ourselves. Constantly seeking external validation in this way will never ever get you to a place where you're truly happy, because you're taking something so precious, which is your self-worth, and putting it in the hands of strangers and saying, hey, take care of this for me, which is crazy because they're never going to care about it as much as you do. So take it back and shift that need for validation from the external to the internal. It's gonna take time, but I'm telling you, it's 110% worth it. Whenever you play into the male gaze and you're not being authentic to yourself, you're attracting the wrong people, which keeps you in that weird dating cycle I mentioned earlier, and also causing you to miss opportunities to connect with people that will actually like you for who you really are and what you really like. This constant need for perfection and chasing this carrot on a stick that is male validation can also lead to extreme emotional burnout and cause you to feel depressed and completely lose your self-worth. So let's work on shifting our focus. Instead of asking, will he like me? Will he like this dress? Am I good enough? Ask, do I even like him? Because when the fog and the haze of the male gaze go away, you'll be able to look and see that's dirt underneath those fingernails. That's crust in that eye. That line is sprayed on. Do you spread your cheeks in the show? You know what? That's a question for another day. The male gaze isn't just about how men see you, but it's about how we were conditioned to see ourselves as well. And when we step away from that and change our view of ourselves is when the real magic happens. So what's your view on the male gaze? Comment in the comment section down below. And if you're really brave, I mean really brave, if you've played into the male gaze and you realize that, I'd also like to hear that, because I know I have. Everybody has at some point in their life, or maybe you still are. Let's discuss it in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like the video, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and check out my socials in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.